So the Chicago Bears, they just forced the Pittsburgh Steelers into what amounts to a panic move. And look, what Caleb Williams is doing, his escapability out of the pocket, it's already becoming legendary, and it's something that's forcing teams to adjust. And the Steelers just made a move. I'm telling you, it just screams panic. Oh man, what do we do? How do we stop them? What move do we have to make? And the Pittsburgh Steelers have been doing exactly that. They just made some practice squad moves ahead of this Week 12 matchup, and that includes the return of versatile offensive weapon quarterback wide receiver John Reese Plumlee and the release of safety Jack Henderson. Now, it comes out just now that the signing of Plumlee, it is for one singular purpose, and that purpose is getting their defense ready to play Caleb Williams. You see, he's going to function as Williams on the scout team as the team prepares to play the Bears on Sunday. So what we're seeing here in year 2, Williams, he's already forcing teams to completely rethink how they rush, how they contain, and how they pursue on game day. And according to reports, Plumlee was brought in, simply because his athletic profile, it really mirrors Williams' ability to escape pressure, extend plays, and the way that he just changes the game through broken plays. So they added the quarterback / wide receiver to their practice squad, and he's going to mimic Caleb Williams' ability to escape the pocket. How fun is it to see this? How fun is it to see that Caleb is being prepared for specifically to what he's showing the NFL on the field? What a difference a year makes. What a difference a competent coaching staff makes. And when teams start adjusting the practice squads just to simulate what you do on the field, you're becoming something special. So we know, right? Williams, he's developing a reputation as really one of the NFL's elite sack avoidance quarterbacks. And through this first half of the season, he leads the NFL in a really stunning stat that he leads all quarterbacks in broken tackles. He has just that ability, that way to turn sure sacks into big gains, nice offensive moves. And anyone that's watched Williams this season, they know that he is uniquely adept at shaking off would-be tacklers and avoiding sacks. And it's so much that Tomlin, he actually gave a really serious assessment of his 6th-round pick this year, and he also propped up Williams. So let's hear what he had to say. Just really impressed me with his physical talents, his ability to throw the football, his accuracy, his arm strength, his ability to extend, his ability to see the full field while doing so, minimizing negativity, the creativity associated with his escapability, lots of big words here, and play extension is really challenging. It's not only challenging in stadium, but to be quite honest with you, it's challenging to duplicate in the process of preparation. I doubt Will Howard, I doubt that he's going to give us a quality look at some of that stuff that I've been looking at on tape, for example. So through the first half of the season, once again, Caleb Williams has led the whole NFL in broken tackles, and the Steelers know this, and they're absolutely scrambling to prepare for this. And that's why the Steelers' decision to bring in Plumlee makes sense. Let's talk about who he is a little bit. He's a former dual-threat quarterback at UCF and Ole Miss, and now he's a really versatile tool that the Steelers have brought onto their practice squad, and he really offers the proper athleticism to give Pittsburgh's defense even a close to realistic look at the challenges that Caleb Williams is going to present to them. So this is straight from Plumlee on Caleb Williams. Let's hear what he had to say. The coaches made me a film cut-up of him and how he's escaping and how he's creating. And in the bootleg game as well, and he's on the practice squad once again, and he's actually been twice on the practice squad in the past month. He's very good at it. Sometimes you get out of the pocket and you're on the perimeter. He has this unique way of kind of breaking contain, then coming back between the tackles and extending the play within that aspect of it. And also his physical makeup, he's within an inch or two of Williams. He's 6'1" and 226 pounds, and he even joked that he's not live in practice. Defenders aren't supposed to hit him, but if that's what's needed to prepare, go ahead. Just a little more from Plumlee. Just trying to give our guys a good look at covering an extra tick, then also guys got to pursue an extra tick. I said, shoot, I'm your guy. Any way I can help, that's what I want to do. Now, for me, leading up to this story, this news of Plumlee joining the Steelers, it kind of faked me out a little bit at first because I'm trying to see if Aaron Rodgers is going to play in this game. And many times you can look at what a team does on the waiver wire, right, while watching the injury report to see if they're going to telegraph their move. No word still on Aaron Rodgers. No word if he's going to be on the field against the Bears. But I thought it was a sign that Rodgers was not going to play when the Steelers brought in 2 quarterbacks for a workout and signed Plumlee to the practice squad. And when it was an old friend, a guy who had been with the Steelers earlier, a fan favorite actually, John Rice Plumlee is a fan favorite during his time in training camp, I'm like, okay, it makes sense, right? Rodgers is going to sit out. This guy's going to be the number 3 behind Mason Rudolph and Howard. But now the reason for signing him, it's come to light, and there's still no word on whether Aaron Rodgers is going to play or not, and I don't have an answer for you with that. I think probably best case scenario, we will hear at the end of practice on Friday. He is going to practice today, probably with a brace on his wrist, but no word on whether we're going to face Aaron Rodgers. And I say bring on Aaron Rodgers. I want to play him. I want to send him off on his swan song with a huge loss at Soldier Field. And it would also be super cathartic to our Chicago Bears to be able to send him off in that way. So let's finish with something kind of fun. We've got a rookie on this team that was just recognized for his performance in Week 11 by PFF. And I mean, you can say it might be Caleb Williams. He is producing. He was the first overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. It could be Darnell Wright. He's not a rookie, but he's now one of the best right tackles in the NFL, and he was a first-round pick. But the player that I want to talk about is Chicago's most recent first-round pick, and I'm talking about Colston Loveland, the Bears' first-rounder in 2025, and he is starting to prove that he was 100% the right choice at number 10. GM Ryan Poles got a lot of flack for it. A lot of people were saying, grab the guy that Indianapolis grabbed, right? But Colston Loveland is looking like absolutely the right pick. And Loveland was named to PFF's Week 11 Rookie Team of the Week. First performance against the Vikings, obviously. So this is a quote from the article. Excuse me. This is from PFF's Jim Wyman. Loveland has had some bad luck with making this list, as Sunday's win over Minnesota was the 3rd time he's recorded a PFF game grade of at least 80. Yet this is the first time he's been the highest graded rookie tight end. Loveland was strong across the board in Minneapolis, catching 3 of his 4 targets for 40 yards. It included a clutch conversion. A lot of you guys got to remember this. This catch was so clutch, and the conversion was on 3rd and 13 late in the 4th quarter. He was also solid as a blocker, posting a 70.2 PFF pass blocking grade and a 68.2 run blocking grade. And he ended the week with 3 catches for 40 yards. Now on the year, he has 24 catches for 329 yards, 2 touchdowns in 2025. But that does not tell the whole story. As he's gotten up to full speed in this offense, gotten over that shoulder injury that he had coming into the season, I think he's definitely surpassed Cole Kmet as Chicago's top pass-catching tight end, right? One of Caleb Williams' primary targets, a guy that he goes to when it's in crunch time. He has gotten the trust of our starting quarterback, 21 years old, only scratching the surface. And even Clay Harbor, he gave his take on just how good Loveland can be this when he was speaking to 670 The Score. He will start and line up in the backfield. He'll start in the slot. He'll start at the X or Z. They'll motion him around. For you, Loveland, for you to pick that up as a rookie, let me tell you, Marshall, it's not easy. It's very impressive. The sky's the limit for this kid. And this is coming from a cat that was teammates with Brent Selleck, Rob Gronkowski, Jimmy Graham. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to tight ends. And he also highlighted Loveland's ability to hold his own as a blocker. And you know, with our head coach, that is vitally important. More from Clay. Colston Loveland is not only a freak athlete, but also a very good blocker. Since week 7, he has a 74.8 run block grade. That ranks 4th among tight ends per PFF. He's a big reason for the success on the ground. Only 21 years old. He is starting to show up in the big moments. We are so blessed to have gotten yet another first-round draft pick right. Really kills you when you get him wrong, but say what you will about GM Ryan Poles, but he is absolutely nailing these early round picks. This is so fun to go through. A team like the Steelers, like I would say, is like a panic move, like bringing a guy in because we have no idea how to stop Caleb Williams. We need you to simulate it in practice. I can't wait for this game. Bring on Aaron Rodgers. Bear down. You guys are awesome. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as we push towards 10,000 subscribers. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. See ya.